Hello YouTube, I'm back. I'm so excited to be talking all things new beauty. So if you're not familiar, I'm gonna be chatting about new beauty products at Mecca, which is our biggest beauty retailer here in Australia, and I believe also the biggest beauty retailer in New Zealand. So if you're in either country, you definitely know them. If you're in the beauty industry, you probably know them. Every month they do a big drop of all their new products on a Tuesday, and I wanna go through some of the products that I find the most interesting, that I'm the most intrigued by, some of the products that I'm like, okay, this is new, maybe you're interested in it. I don't think I am. And then some of the products I'm just kind of like, okay, this exists. We'll see where it goes. So yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, I've got my little tablet here with everything open. And the first product I want to talk about are the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Complexion Drops. So this is very much reminiscent of most of the, I think, the serum-y, volatile oil foundations you'll find on the market. I think dating back to like, you know, Armani Maestro was probably one of the first ones back in like 2013 or somewhere around then. But this feels very reminiscent of that. You know, I think there was also Vapor, rest in peace Vapor Beauty. They had the Velvet Glow Foundation, Kosas has the tinted face oil. There's a lot of brands that do products like this. So this is very much, I'm looking at the ingredients of it, squalane, avocado oil, mica for its pigment, camellia. So there's quite a few different oils in here. Westman Atelier does claim this has got tsubaki, ginseng, pomegranate extract, ginger root complex. So yeah, I'm just interested to see this because I have obviously changed my preferences over the years and I much prefer a lighter weight foundation with a good concealer versus aiming for a full coverage. So I gotta get into the store and swatch this one. I think the finish on it is supposed to be more glowy than the Vital Skin Foundation Stick, which if you just watched my Get Ready With Me video, shameless plug, here it is, watch it. I love that foundation, but it is more velvety. On my skin, it looks great, but I think if you were dry, you might find it too matte. All right, next up, something else I'm interested in. We have the Ellis Brooklyn Vanilla Milk EDP. So this is obviously a vanilla fragrance. I love Ellis Brooklyn scents. I currently own Raven, Myth, Salt, and Sci-Fi. I think those are the ones I own, but I'm most intrigued by this because I love Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi to me has always felt like a really grown-up vanilla. I feel like when you're shopping for fragrance, a lot of gourmand scents can really be candy-esque or just too sweet or feel really childish. And I feel like Sci-Fi was like, to me, the first vanilla, like heavy scent that I found that I really like. So I have a feeling this is going to go well. Ellis Brooklyn has a few scents I want to try at the moment, but yeah, I'd say this, as we go into the cooler months here in Australia over the next few months, this would be up there for me. Up next, we've got the MAC Strobe Dewy Skin Tint. So this product I think is really reminiscent of a lot of what's happening in the industry right now. We're going through, I think 2016 or 17, we went through like a really heavy highlighter craze, 2015 even, and it was very much powder highlighter with some creams. And then obviously I think over the pandemic, we got into clean looking makeup and no makeup. So cream highlighters were really big. It was kind of almost like the resurgence of when you think like Living Luminizer by RMS, that era. And then I think now we're getting into these like thin, watery, like skincare feeling lotiony, like part highlighter or hybrid. So very much, you know, Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. But with this product, it is meant to be in almost like your tinted moisturizer slash light foundation with that mixed in. I know Kosas also has the Glow IV, which is in that same vein. So there's a lot of products coming out with multiple shades. So we're not doing liquid highlighters in like champagne and like a copper and like one other color. They're actually coming in skin tones and they're really designed to be used all over. So I know strobe cream has been an essential at MAC forever, so I feel like this would be good. I have seen Elizabeth makeup artist on Instagram. Hi Liz, if you're watching this. She has been using this and talking about it on her Instagram stories and in some of her posts, and I'm intrigued. So I'm gonna have to go in and give this a swatch in store next time I'm in. Okay, last new thing that I think is super interesting is actually just an entire new brand. So Allies of Skin is now available at Mecca. They were previously at Sephora Australia, and I always felt like the stock was cagey and I could never get what I wanted. I really always wanted to try the cleanser, the Molecular Silk Amino Hydrating Cleanser. I'm just like, the cleanser in the silver tube that's like 60 bucks. I think it's still like $60. Oh, it's sold out online and it is $60. So yes, they do a lot of what I would consider very clinical oriented skincare, but I feel like they do it in an approachable way. They're definitely pricey. You're looking at most of their treatment products here in Australia being around the $125 to $175, which is normally far more than I'm looking to spend. I can really stomach skincare up to about $100, and then after that it's pushing it for me. But you know, for something like a retinol, I'm willing to splurge a little more because that is my powerhouse treatment. And they do quite a few different products. They actually do, where is it? The Retinal and Peptides Repair Night Cream. I will pop that up because I think that's the product I'd be most interested in trying from them other than the cleanser. As like, for me, I'd say almost like a one and done. Like that with like a couple drops of face oil on top would be like my evening after cleansing. So yes, lots of interesting products for them. Let me know in the comments if there's anything from Allies Skin or Allies of Skin you've tried that you like, that you would recommend, or if there's anything you're interested in trying. I would love to hear your thoughts because I've not tried the brand before. All right, now we're moving on to the, okay, this is here. I'm probably not that interested, but maybe you are. And that is the Nécessaire body wash refills. Props to them for offering refills. It is definitely, I think, something brands need to move towards. It's not easy from a supply chain standpoint for a small brand to do because it is adding a whole nother SKU. You've got to figure out if you have a pump, can you put that pump on something else? How do you refill it? What component are you refilling in? Is it actually creating more waste offering a refill versus trying to recycle a component? There's a lot of things that go into offering refills. So I'm hoping they've done the homework for this and found out that yes, this is worth it. It looks like it comes in aluminum. Great, no pump, great. I don't think the Nécessaire body washes have pumps on them anyway. No, they're the twist tops. Yeah, so no pumps. It's $60. Looking at the size, let me have a quick look here. 2 bottles. So I will say it is 2 bottles of body wash. So yes, $60 or $30 a body wash. I don't know if I could splash $60 on body wash. That's where I'm running into it. So, and I like to bounce around. Sometimes I like a solid bar. Sometimes I like a body wash. Sometimes I like something exfoliating. Sometimes I want something unscented. Sometimes I want something very scented. So I'd say, you know, this would be great for someone who is quite minimal, which is, I guess, Nécessaire's target audience. But yeah, $60 for 2 body washes in 1 refill. You be the judge there. All right, the next one is kind of a reinvention of an existing product, and that is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm with charcoal. So they've now added this charcoal spin to it. I'm just having a look at the product page to see if there's anything different other than the charcoal, and looking at the ingredient list, it looks the exact same as the existing Clinique Take the Day Off Balm, just with the addition of charcoal. So I wouldn't recommend this only because I feel like if you wear any of your clothing other than like maybe a bathrobe or something to wash your face in, you're gonna get stuff on you. Where I feel like I don't like to wear stuff because you get foundation drips and things and whatever tinted product you have on, but I think adding charcoal is extra, and I don't know if it necessarily would be able to clean out that much extra. I feel like charcoal is a bit of a buzzword when it comes to ingredients. So yeah, I don't know if I'm into this. The Clinique Take the Day Off Balm has always been pretty good to me. I've never been a big fan of it, but does it work? Yes. Is it price appropriate? Yes. I'm not, it's here if you want it. Our next product is actually a trio of products, and that is the Naked Sundays SPF 50 Sheer Glow Balm Stick Trio. So love this, love what Naked Sundays and any brand that's selling SPF is doing. People need to wear sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. If you hear me talking about this, put on your sunscreen. Even if it's nighttime, put on your sunscreen in the morning. I don't know if I love this being sold in a trio. I don't know if Naked Sundays has plans. I'm just looking at their brand page to see if they've got them separate. I know they just launched as a trio. I don't love it being sold as a trio because I just don't know how many skin tones out there this would flatter. All 3 shades would flatter. Like, I'm looking at that highlight and I'm like, that's a bit peachy for me. I'm looking at the blush and I'm like, it's a bit bluey. I could probably wear the bronzer, but I could see the bronzer not suiting a lot of skin tones. Obviously, if they're deeper, they've all got a pearl through them. So keep in mind, they've all got a bit of a glow, which is probably great for the eyes, okay for the lips. I don't know if I'd love that on some people who have textured skin, whether it's pores or acne scarring, or even fine lines. So there's just some things about these that I'm like, for $80, $90, I'm sorry, $89.95 for 3 of these. Great idea. Selling them separate would make them better. Maybe tweaking the shades could make them better. Yeah, any way we can get people to put on SPF, great. So Naked Sundays, I commend you for this. I just think we're getting somewhere. We're not there yet. So if you have tried these, let me know. I've seen some posts on their Instagram and they look great. I just haven't swatched them in person to get an idea, and I don't know if I'd be hooked. Lastly, we are now moving on to the products that I'm like, I don't think this is for me, and I don't know if necessarily it's for someone else. So yeah, so first up, FaceGym has launched in Australia. FaceGym I've known for years. I remember when they had their studio, I believe at Saks Fifth Avenue when I lived in New York, and they've obviously got other studios elsewhere, but they are, I think, known for kind of like facial massage and all these different techniques they do, and they have their own product line. In that product line, the product line has come to Mecca. They have their services now available at the George Street flagship in Sydney. So if you are in Sydney and you want a really good treatment, go to the George Street store. I think that's probably your best bet. Buying the products is probably your second best bet, but they've got some tools that I'm just like, what? So first up, they have a weighted face ball, which, okay. This weighted face ball is $45. I'm gonna pop up a little photo here, but you can definitely see it. I don't know. I'd have to see it in action, I guess, at their studio or where they're providing services to understand it. And I just, for $45, it's a 250 gram ball that's you rub on a dry face. No, I don't think so. So that's gonna be a pass. And then they also released, it's called their Multi-Sculpt High Performance Gua Sha, which I'd like to think we're all past the point of needing to buy a really expensive gua sha that you're not going to use. I don't know many people that are using them daily. I do recommend if you use them daily, please keep doing it. If it's your thing, if it helps you in any capacity, great. But if you're someone who's out there looking at this as in, if I do this, I won't need to get a facelift, there's only so much a gua sha can do. It is a form of massage. The results can be temporary. Some people would tell you they're longer, but I don't know how I feel about that. And for $89 for what you can probably get for half the price, yeah, that's a pass for me. Next up in the, okay, you probably don't need this, is the Morphe 18 WT Matte Essentials Artistry Palette. So, few questions here. Are we still buying palettes? Let me know if you still use a palette daily, if you're using a single shadow, if you use a palette but you use the same 2 colors of the 10 colors or 20 or 50 colors in the palette. I wanna know what people are doing, because I don't think people are using palettes this way anymore. If they are, they're using like a quad or maybe like 8 shadow palette, but nobody's buying these big palettes. Maybe they are because it's sold out online. What do I know? I just look at this and I'm like, A, are people using palettes like this anymore? B, what the heck's going on with Morphe? They got to figure themselves out. And this color story here is so 2016. Like, we are past the warm, pinky, terracotta, rosy. They're beautiful colors, but do we need this? I don't think we need this. We've seen this from you specifically, Morphe, like 20 times. So I'd say this is a pass, but again, sold out. What do I know? Lastly, our last 2 products are from one brand, and that is Surratt. So Surratt is a brand I thoroughly enjoy what they're doing. I love the artistic direction the brand takes, the packaging, the presentation, all of it. I think, you know, it is a stunning brand. I've got products from the brand that I recommend, that I love, but one of these they've brought in a different version of it. Also, it's really hard to find here. It's not in a lot of Mecca stores. I haven't seen it in person in quite a while, so Surratt, where are you? But first up would be the Expressionist Brow Pomade, which I've used the clear one for years. So prior to switching to the Kosas Clear when they launched it, I was using this one for probably about 2 or 3 years. Love the hold, love the brushed up. It was a tiny bit of a crunch, but I didn't mind because it really was like almost soap brow-esque before soap brows were a thing in the general public. But they brought it out in 3 tinted ones, and I think I've got to swatch this to maybe get an idea, but the idea of that product with color feels like it's gonna potentially be messy. So yeah, it's a little comb brush. It looks like a mini little toothbrush. You kind of use it to brush your brows up. Maybe it'd be great if there's a tint. I don't know. I could try a tester of this and be blown away. But at the moment, I think that product, that formula, but with color, not gonna do it for me. And then the other product from Surratt, I'm just going back on my page here to have a look at it, is a mascara. I wanna make sure I have the name right of this mascara. Is it sold out? Oh my God, where is it? All the way down at the bottom of the page. Maybe it is sold out because it's all the way at the back of the product page. Oh, it is sold out. So clearly, again, what do I know? That is the Noir Lash Tint. So this product has a unique metal spoolie, if you can call it a spoolie. It's almost just like a metal rod that has indentations that's spiraling down it to go over the lashes. This is gonna probably be a product for somebody who already has full fluffy lashes that are just blonde and want dark. So it really is designed to coat the lashes and make them darker. But I don't see a product like this giving you a lot of volume, necessarily doing a lot for your length. And I don't think they're claiming that in the name or even in the copy about the product. You know, they say increased density, sweep on for one coat, creates elongated fuller lashes, no smudging. So I'm assuming the formula is very Japanese inspired, where it is probably a long wear formula, but just this wand. Hourglass did a mascara like this as well. I think they still do, but I can't remember what it was called, but I'll put a photo up somewhere. And you bought the mascara and there was a mascara primer separately, but it had a metal wand curator. That's what it was called. And you were meant to like wipe the wand off after using the primer and then use the same wand in your mascara. That was a pass. This was a pass. I just don't think these things are for me. I want to get in the lashes, not on the lashes. All right, everybody. I hope that was somehow informative to you or you found it beneficial. If there's other products I didn't mention that came out at Mecca this month, if you're here in Australia, let me know. If there's anything I should be on the lookout for, let me know. If you're trying anything, if you've tried anything, I want to hear. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye.